Good morning, everybody. This is my third attempt at doing a video on this. We are on the island, as you can see right there. We are on the island of Sodor. This is Wonders of Sodor. It's the brand new game from Dovetail. And we've got a train today. Right here. That's right. We've got a Gordon double header. That is 2 Gordons and a mail train. We got 6 mail cars plus a brake van. Sorry, my dog is going crazy right now for some reason. I'm gonna pull up my Ring camera, see what's going on over here. My train is rolling away on me. What is going on? Why are you barking, dog? Okay. Well, she's clearly barking at nothing, so we're going to go ahead and let's hop in the cab. And we can actually get this train maybe moving a little bit faster than a snail's pace right here. Actually, hold on. We have something else we got to do. We can't go anywhere until we get a signal. Yeah, we have a red signal here. Okay. Let's pop over here just real quick. So to do that, we got to go to 9. We've got to click our train here. We're going to set a path, and this train is going to go all the way over to Knapford. I don't know where the mail train goes, but we'll just go ahead and pull it right up to the station here. That is good enough for me, and that signal should change now. And it sure is. It says platform number 2 is where we're heading towards, so we are good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and blow the whistle, and we are moving on our way. Here we go. I've changed over the settings to, gosh, I can't stand that it does that. I've changed the settings over to realism mode so that I can actually kind of control the throttle a little bit more realistically, instead of like pumping the gas on a car almost. This way, in realism mode, you just kind of set the throttle for whatever speed you want, and you just kind of let go of the key, and it's good to go. We'll take it easy coming through Vickerstown Station right here. Oh, let me see. Back into the cab. Just because when you're going through any like station area, it seems like it's or any like tunnel, station area, bridge, it wants to pull you back towards the engine. I think that's because of the way Train Sim World builds their stuff. It's sort of your views are all anchored to your locomotive, so I think that's why that is. Hop back over. One of the important things for this video will be watching our signals, because we're going to get up to some pretty high speeds here. Gordon can handle a lot of tonnage, and the fact that we've got 2 Gordons means that we're going to be like a sports car right now. We're like the equivalent of a sports car on the highway. We got a signal pointed down. That's a good sign. That means we can proceed. From what I tell, we need to pay attention to those signals that are pointed like flat. Those are basically a yellow, an advance signal, if you will. That tells you need to start slowing down. So we're going to pay attention to that, because we should end up getting maybe 1 or 2 of those on this route at some point. So we're still good on the signals. We're going to keep paying attention to those, and yeah, I'll probably keep calling them out as we continue to move along the main line on the island of Sodor here. We're currently heading towards Henry's Tunnel, which is just ahead. You know, I was thinking about Henry the other day. Henry was one of my other favorite engines. Like, I did like Gordon, but I also really liked Henry, because, I mean, Henry just in general was a little bit nicer, more modest, and I think he was the one that pulled the freight trains, if I recall. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. I'm not gonna be able to do it now because I can't see, but there's a lantern that you can, we've lost our position here. I think we're pointed forwards right now. We're just going to wait until we come back out. But there's a lantern. There's a little flashlight, and you can turn that on, and that'll give you that, like a view of your cab even when you're in the tunnel, because it is pitch black right now. Coming out of Henry's Tunnel, we should probably pay attention to see what our speed is. We're getting up there as far as speed goes. I think we've been paying close enough attention to our signals that we're good so far. This signal here is not for us because it's that black and white. That means it's for the other side, I do believe. But, oh yeah, let's do that real quick. While we're doing that, we're gonna hop back into the cab. Let's go turn this on real quick. There we go. Alright, am I sitting in the seat? There we go. I think that means we're in the seat. We need to ease up a little bit on the throttle because we're going downhill, and we're really moving right now, actually. What is our speed? I don't think that's our speed. That's our pressure. Where's our speedometer? Okay, well, let me just use the HUD. We're slowing down now because I put the brakes on. Okay, we're going to speed back up a little bit now, but we were going really fast just a moment ago. As you can see, it's the 4th week of October, so it is very, very colorful out there. I wanted to check out the seasons a little bit, and I am a big fan of fall time, so I wanted to do a video in fall time, and that's what we're doing here. But also, the winter is really cool looking too. The snow on the ground, and it looks cold outside in the winter time. We're gonna have to do a video for the winter as well, but as of right now, it is currently the 4th week of October in this video. We started at 7, but then it took me a bit to get everything put together because Gordon doesn't actually just automatically have a mail train consist, and neither does he have a double header, so you kind of have to put it together yourself. Still good. Signals are down. We're good there. I'm going to slow down just a little bit, just a tiny little bit, right through here. So we got a curve coming up. This is, I think, Wellsboro? Is it, or Kellersthorpe? I can't remember now. What does the sign say? We're going so fast we can't actually see the signs. Well, I don't know what that was. It was hard to tell. Okay, we're doing good. We're going to speed back up now that we've gone through that little area. Coming up to a pretty high bridge right here. Go ahead and hide the HUD for a moment and maybe come out and check out the bridge. That's cool looking. A Gordon doubleheader. Gordon and himself. It is a beautiful looking train right here. I was talking about in the last video, speaking of Henry, that in the last video, we talked about the flying kipper, which was a really cool video that was done, a Thomas video from like the old original series. And it was, I think, really just because it was like an overnight train and there was sort of like a spookiness to it, but it was one of the videos that I really recall from my childhood and thought was really cool. And I think Henry pulled that train. I would love to see like a Henry add-on for this with the flying kipper. Like that would be really cool. And I'm sure it's coming because there's so many Thomas characters that were, not represented in the, the original release, which is to be expected. But, you can get James if you buy the deluxe. But if you don't have the deluxe, which I do not, because I decided to forego the extra $10, and so yeah, I don't have James. All right, signals are still good. We are probably moving a little bit slower than we need to be. Countryside looks gorgeous this morning. The sun is just coming up, just rising on the island of Sodor. And the mail train is hot on its way to Knapford, to the Knapford station at a high rate of speed. All right, we do have a signal here that is flat. It's yellow. It means we need to slow down. So we've got something coming up here. We're gonna go ahead and put the brakes on a little bit. We got a green here. Why do we have a green after that yellow? Are we good to go? Or is that the wrong? Maybe I was looking at the wrong signal because that was for the other track, not the track that we're currently on. So we're just going to take it nice and easy through here because I think we're going to be changing directions or changing tracks right up here, which, yeah, that seems to be the case. We're crossing over into the center track. So, yeah, that's why we got that. That's why we got that. Let's see, get back to the cab. All right, we've got a green. We're good to put some steam in those cylinders and start speeding up here. I don't know why we actually slowed down. I was probably, I've done this a few times now where I sort of like subconsciously press on the S key, which is going to put the brakes on the train. The realism mode is much better. If you're going to be running over like the long distance, like over the road, I would recommend definitely doing the realism mode just so you can control the train a little bit smoother. Another question that I had when we first started playing was if you could MU two trains together. You know, steam engines can't like technically be MU'd together, but it does seem to work because, you know, when you blow the whistle on Gordon, both whistles blow. So that obviously means that the MU capability is there, whether it's real or not, you know. I hope I can remember to edit that out. It is currently springtime, so it's probably need to ease up just a tiny bit here. I gotta pay attention to my speeds. Yeah. So the one thing you kind of have to watch is, you know, when you are in realism mode, is that you haven't held down the S key for too long, because when you're going to start slowing down. And we've got plenty of space to open up here, so we're gonna do that if I'm able to. And if I recall now, we're going in the opposite direction of our previous video where we rode on the we took Gordon on the express train. So I believe that there is a place called Gordon's Hill, and that we should be going downgrade going this way. So I want to see how that works, because I think we went upgrade on Gordon's Hill when we're heading towards Victorstown. You know, let me know in the comments. I'm not really quite sure if that's the case. Or is Gordon's Hill like a summit you climb at both sides? You know, I'm not really that super inclined on the island of Sodor. I should be, right? Like if I'm going to do a video, I need to, you know, pay more attention to what's going on. But I'm learning here and there slowly. I remember where Henry's tunnel is, so like I got a little bit of point, I feel like, for that. Good signal. Still moving along quite nicely. Traversing the countryside. Let's pull up the map and just see where we are at. What is our progression? We're about halfway right now coming up to the next town here, which is Kildane. And it looks like we're still going to stay on that center track. Let's see. It looks like maybe that center track becomes the... See, through there, it looks like it comes down to... So it looks like we're going to stay on the center track for a good portion of this run. That's good to know. We're just going to have to start paying attention the closer we get over to... Let me jump out real quick just to make sure we're not going like a crazy speed or something. We're not. We're doing just fine. We got the mail train, so obviously we're just passing right through town. We're not stopping whatsoever. We got places to be. Got to get that mail to Knapford. And what do we got here? Is this a... Oh, it looks like it just dropped to a green, so that's good. Now, something interesting about that is... Sorry, I just wanted to kind of look at this. This looks pretty. Yeah, look at that. That is awesome. Man, we are almost doing 90 now, so we're at the speed limit. This is like a giant causeway, giant bridge over the countryside. We're just kind of flying over all of these farm fields right here. But yeah, so for the signals. Now, my logic would be this. If you've got like a signal blade, you would think that there's like signals are supposed to like have like a redundancy in them. And what I mean by that is, and we're coming through Kildane right now, is that if something fails on the signal, that it's supposed to default to red. So you would just think that the semaphore signal should be red when it's down, because if it falls, like for whatever reason, then it doesn't just clear the main, like it doesn't just give a proceed signal when it doesn't. I think this is Gordon's Hill right here, actually. We're gonna go ahead and put on the speed, put on the throttle, because we are starting to climb for sure. Let's see how these Gordons handle this 6-car mail train with a brake van. Shouldn't be too much trouble for them. But wow, actually, that is crazy. Even with 2 Gordons, we're still losing speed on Gordon's Hill. My gosh, wow. That's crazy. Like, we're a doubleheader with... There's no way. There is no way that's real. There's no way that's a real thing. This is such a cool route. I really love this island of Sodor. This is so cool. I can't believe we lost speed on that, though, but now we're going to be coming downhill, so we actually do need to maybe coast a little. Let's see, just a tiny bit more. Just until that needle slows. That's what you want to do. You want to just do some minor adjustments. I don't do this very often. As I said, I'm very much either full throttle or full brake, but that's the goal, is to keep that needle moving slowly. Slow and steady. We are good. We got good signals. We're coming through that town, which is, that might have been Kildane right there. We can check our map. I need to press, I think, L to show that's the legends. I want to see P for... Nope, that doesn't do it. You got to get closer. What's the next town we're coming to here? Henry's Forest? I don't think that's accurate. Henry's Forest. Okay. And then after that, is that... Yeah, then we come into Knapford. After that, we need to get back out of the map so we can see how we're doing. And we're doing just fine right now. Let's see. We can actually speed up a little bit. I just, you know, playing this right now, it brings me so much nostalgia. So this is Henry's Forest. It's kind of cool. I don't know what the purpose of this little area is, though. There's a story here, and I don't know it, but I'll have to find out. Maybe someone can leave a comment and tell me what is the story behind Henry's Forest, and feel free to shame me for not knowing this information if it is from the classics. I just feel so much nostalgia for this Island of Sodor, this Wonders of Sodor game. I'm gonna play it a lot, and I just think back when I was like a kid playing with Thomas the Tank Engine trains and whatnot. This is Crosby? Crosby, I think that's what it was. And I think about playing with my train sets. Like, so I had the die-cast Thomas trains, which they're like little like Hot Wheel trains, basically. They were different brand, but I had that whole collection, and then I had the wood Thomas trains. They had the wood tracks and the magnetic couplers, and good signal. And with the wood train stuff, like I had the roundhouse, the turntable, the Vickerstown station. I think it was the Vickerstown station, and like all sorts of just really cool stuff that came along with that. I remember this like crossover piece. It was this giant. It was like a 2x4. It was a big piece of wood, a very big chunk of wood, and in that wood, they had like a crossover thing where the tracks actually like changed directions, and that was kind of a cool piece. That looks so much better in the tunnel when you have that flashlight on. So I had that, and then I had the excuse me. Yeah, I had the oh, what was it? It was a tunnel, I think. There was a tunnel. Ooh, actually, we need to slow down. Very much so. We are going way too fast right now. We've arrived at Knapford. Start bringing this train down to speed. We got our yellow signal, so that means we need to slow. This up here is going to tell us something important, so... Platform 5. Sorry, it's springtime and the allergies are starting to take their effect on me. But I just think about like it brings so much nostalgia, and if I had this game back in those days, woo, that was a fast one, huh? Whew. We took that crossover very fast. Okay, let's just bring it up a little bit more here. It won't let me look in the... I guess it kind of does. All right, that's the mail. Your mail is here. It has made it to Knapford. So then anyway, this is it's such a cool route, and we did that in record time. So let's just say I started at 7 o'clock and it is now 7:34, and we have now arrived at the Knapford station. So this is not a very intensive like runtime, which is fantastic. I want to do some more videos like this. I also want to do another shunting video here pretty soon. But I think in the next video, what we're going to do is we are going to check out... This is definitely not where the mail train goes. By the way, it does not go to the train station. There's got to be a place where the mail train goes. And there's a story, I'm sure, that goes along with it that we need to dive into. But in the next video, we're going to do the classic Thomas run, because Thomas has his own branch line featured in this game, and that's going to be our next video. But anyway, until then, I thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.